There are over 20 different Zelda amiibo to scan into the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom in order to get exclusive gear, weapons, and even glider fabrics. I spent over 3 hours scanning them all in to discover every single secret hidden within. Now let's take a look. How's it going, everyone? It's Abdallah here, bringing you the ultimate amiibo guide for the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. We're going to go through and scan in every single one of these Zelda amiibo and show you all of the secret unlockables that you're going to get by doing so. Of course, it's going to be so easy for you guys to navigate the video. Feel free to use the chapters that are right on the bottom of the video there. And if you guys enjoy the content and want to see more tips and tricks tutorial videos, definitely hit that subscribe button, share the video with a friend, and look forward to even more. Let's jump into it. Alright, so we're going to start off this tutorial by teaching you guys exactly how to unlock Amiibo, and the functionality is default on as soon as you boot up your game, so you don't have to worry about going into any options. What you're going to have to do is beat the very first shrine within the game and obtain Ultra Hand. As soon as you do that, you'll see the little Amiibo symbol in the turn wheel, and then you can use it to scan in anything. Alright, now that you have the Amiibo selection right over here on your turn wheel, grab the right stick and then make sure you choose that accordingly. You'll then see a small pulsating little circle over there. If you're using a Nintendo Switch Pro controller, all you have to do is put the Amiibo directly in between the plus and the minus buttons just like this, and then you'll see a couple of different items fall down and a gigantic treasure chest. Now, if you have a Joy-Con controller or your, default Nintendo Switch over here, all you'll have to do is put the Amiibo directly over the right thumbstick just like this, and it'll register just like that. The next thing I want to teach you guys is the fact that there are limitations on all of these Amiibo scannings. Now, if you try to scan in one of these same Amiibo again, during the exact same day, it'll give you an error message that says this Amiibo can't be scanned for the day. But of course, that can totally be bypassed by saving beforehand, right? So if you go to the plus button, go all the way over to the system settings, you can click on the save button right over here, and you can save your game. Easy peasy, just like that. Now, let's say, for example, I'm trying to find the secret item that is hidden within the Mipha amiibo over here. So, what I'm going to do is, since I saved beforehand, I'm going to tap in the Mipha amiibo, just like that. I'm going to run over to that exact chest, open it up. If it's the item that I'm looking for, of course, which I'll detail later on this video, then I'm going to keep it and then I'm going to save the game. If it's not the item, like a Zora Spear over here, what you're going to need to do is previously load that other save state. Make sure that you don't load the auto-saved one. It only takes a quick second to do so, but it is really annoying because all of these Amiibo over here have an entire drop table and percentage based off of what that is. So are you going to get the secret items on your very first try? Odds are you're not, and you're going to have to spend a lot of times saving, tapping it, judging your outcome, and then possibly resetting. Now, let's say, for example, that you already did get the one Amiibo and you wanted to jump into it again during the same day. Now, you're going to have to go into your system settings and then change the date a day forward in order to trick the game into thinking that another day has passed. So, feel free to do that, but of course, there's going to be consequences in case you play other games that are very sensitive on the Nintendo Switch system time. So now that we got the basics down of all the Amiibo within the game, what we're going to do is we're going to scan in all 20 of them, and feel free to go ahead and navigate with the chapters based on whatever Amiibo you want. I'm going to be doing it in an order based off of game series so that you guys can easily find out what you want to see. But anyway, there's a lot of secret stuff, and trust me, you're not going to get the very secret items the first time, so you may need to scan them over and over and over again. It took me hours to find all this stuff, so I'm really glad to help you out. Our first Amiibo is none other than the Super Smash Bros. Series of Link right over here. Now, you'll see over here that I was able to get the Cap of Twilight right off the bat, and I'll also tell you that you can get the rest of the Twilight set if you keep on scanning him in. Likewise, some other treasures that you'll be able to get are some Knight's Broadswords, some Soldier's Shields, and then a whole bunch of miscellaneous fruits and berries along the way. Our next Amiibo is none other than Young Link from the Super Smash Bros. Series. Right over here, you're going to be able to get all of the Ocarina of Time outfits. You'll see that I got the Trousers of Time just by scanning him in. And likewise, you'll also get a whole bunch of raw meat on the ground if you scan him. Next up, we have the Toon Link Amiibo from Super Smash Bros. As you can see over here, you're able to get the Trousers of Wind. You'll also be able to get the rest of them, such as the Tunic of Wind and the Cap of Wind too. Other weapons that you can get in there include a boomerang, you'll get a Knight's Broadsword, and a bunch of random fish. Right over here, we have the Zelda Amiibo from the Super Smash Bros. Series. Now, as you can see on screen, as soon as I scanned that in, I was able to get the Princess of Twilight fabric, which is going to be a glider fabric that you'll use later on in the game. Of course, stay tuned for a tutorial on that. But other than that, you'll be able to get some precious gems such as Opal, Ember, Topaz, and even a Soldier's Bow. You'll also get a whole bunch of herbs and carrots along the way with it. Next up, we have Sheik Amiibo from the Super Smash Bros. Series. Now, this one is going to be fun because you can actually get the Sheik's mask, just like in Breath of the Wild. You'll also be able to get two different kinds of weapons in the form of the Phrenic Bow and the Eightfold Blade. Outside of that, you'll get a whole bunch of mushrooms along with the treasure. Alright. Here's the Demon King himself, Ganondorf Amiibo from the Super Smash Bros. Series. Now, scanning him in, you'll be able to access the Demon King fabric, and you can also get the Gerudo Claymore. Likewise, you get some precious stones inside the treasure chest, and to accompany the treasure chest, there's also a bunch of meat laying around. Also with the Ganon Amiibo, if you're lucky, you might be able to get the Dusk Claymore. Alright, here is the Wind Waker Link Amiibo. This one is super fun, and as you can see over here, I received the King of the Red Lions fabric just for scanning this in. And likewise, if you have this Amiibo, you can unlock the entire Wind Waker outfit for Link in the game. You can see over here that I did unlock the Cap of the Wind by doing so. Outside of that, you can also get a boomerang or some Knight's Broadswords. Our next Amiibo is none other than the Wind Waker Zelda Amiibo, and this one comes with a very cool fabric called the Bygone Royal Fabric. Outside of that, you can get some precious stones as well. And here is the most wanted Amiibo, in my opinion, that you're going to want to get, simply because you can get the entire Fierce Deity set just by scanning in this Young Link Amiibo from Majora's Mask. Oh man, that's so fun. Anyway, you can get the Fierce Deity mask, you can get the Fierce Deity boots, you get the Fierce Deity armor, and you can even get the Majora's Mask fabric. Yeah, tell me that that's not worth it. Also, you'll get a bunch of mushrooms too. And here is the Ocarina of Time Link Amiibo. That does indeed unlock all of the entire Ocarina of Time outfit for you. You'll be able to get the Cap of Time, the Tunic of Time. You'll also be able to get a very cool Lon Lon Ranch fabric. Alright, here is your Skyward Sword Amiibo. This Amiibo, of course, allows you to unlock the entire Skyward Sword set, including the Tunic of the Sky, you've got the Cap of the Sky, the Trousers of the Sky, and if you are lucky enough, you can get the Sword Spirit fabric, along with a whole bunch of different crates with arrows in them. Our next Amiibo is Zelda and Loftwing, of course from Skyward Sword. If you scan this in, you'll be able to get the Goddess fabric and a whole bunch of precious stones along the way. Outside of that, you'll also get some herbs that drop down. Here is the Twilight Princess Link over here, and just like it says, you can get the entire Twilight Princess outfit from doing so. As you can see on screen over here, I got the Tunic of Twilight, and of course the Trousers of Twilight by doing so. And also, you'll be able to get a fruit assortment. Here's one of my favorite Amiibo. This is the Wolf, Link, and Midna Amiibo. Now, unfortunately with this one, you don't get any specific treasure chests that drop down. You only get a boatload of different raw meats that you can use in order to cook and restore all of your health. Alright, this one is another sought after one because this houses 4 different items inside. As you can see over here, upon scanning it, I did get the Pixel fabric. And this 8-bit Link over here from the 30th anniversary also houses an entire outfit. It's called the Hero outfit. So you can get the Tunic of the Hero, you can get the Trousers of the Hero, and you can also get the Cap of the Hero. Here's the Link's Awakening Amiibo, and if you scan this in and you're lucky enough, you'll be able to get the Egg fabric, along with a barrel full of a whole bunch of arrows in it. Now we're getting into the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Amiibo, and we're starting off with the Archer Link. Now, by scanning him in, you'll be able to get the Tunic of Memories fabric and an assortment of fish and meats along the way. Here's the Rider Link Amiibo, in which you can actually get the Hylian Hood fabric for a glider. Outside of that, you can get some mushrooms too. Here is the Zelda Amiibo from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, this one's pretty fun because you can actually get the Hyrule Princess fabric over here, as you can see on screen. You'll also be able to get some precious gems inside the treasure chest and an herb assortment. Alright, let's talk about all of the champions from Breath of the Wild, starting with Revali over here. Now, as you can see, all the champions have their own specific weapons. In this case, you're going to be able to get a swallow bow. But of course, there's two more things, including the Rito champion fabric that you can get, and the Va Meadow Divine Helm, which is definitely going to help you with some resistances. Next up is the Daruk Amiibo over here, and as you can see, he does have his Cobble Crusher within the game, so that'll be awesome for breaking rocks and everything. You'll also be able to get the Goron Champion fabric that you can put on a glider, and you can get the Varudania Helm, which also has some really awesome resistances for you. Next up is Mipha, and you'll be able to get a lot of cool items over here, including the Zora Spear. Outside of that, you can get the Zora Champion fabric, and you'll be able to get the Varuta Divine Helm. Yeah, don't miss out on that. Scanning in the Urbosa Amiibo will give you two different exclusive weapons. You have the Scimitar, which she actually has in her Amiibo over here, and you'll also be able to get the very, very cool Gerudo Shield. Yeah, get both of those weapons. Now, not only that, but you're also going to be getting the Gerudo Champion Fabric and the Vondaboris Divine Helm. Alright, here's this little Bokoblin over here. Scan him in order to get the Bokoblin fabric and, of course, a whole bunch of meat as well. And, if you're lucky, you can also get a Boko shield if you want. Alright, and here we are with none other than the very cool Guardian Amiibo. Yeah, scanning this in will give you the Ancient Sheikah fabric and a whole bunch of rusty weapons as well. So feel free to go ahead and grab those. There's some roasted bass inside there, inside some metal crates that fall down. Really interesting, but yeah, definitely scan it. One of the best items from the Guardian Amiibo is going to be an Ancient Blade. Now, this item isn't a sword, but if you fuse it to one of your weapons, it'll give a plus 50 attack boost. Now, I know some of you guys may be wondering, what happens when you scan in any other kind of Amiibo that's not Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom? Well, if it's not Zelda related, it's only going to give you a whole bunch of the drops that are in the non-treasure form. You don't even get a treasure, you just get like the meats, fruits, fish, and all those other random items. So, I mean, if you're looking for some other things to do with your Amiibo collection, you can absolutely scan them all in once a day and collect all those materials. If you don't have the Amiibo, you can visit the Bargainer statue in the depths and exchange 400 Poes for each of the Amiibo costumes. And there you have it, everyone. All of the Amiibo and their functionality within The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. What did you think? Yeah, now this honestly took me over 3 hours to scan them all in and get everything, because resetting was definitely hard, especially with these random drop rates, man. Anyway, it was really fun. I got all the outfits, and I can't wait to show you guys what we're going to do with all those fabrics that we got. So stay tuned for our next tutorial where we're going to go over exactly what to do with them. So thank you for being here. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. We're on our way to 1 million subscribers, and I would love it if each and every one of you would help out with that. So share the video with a friend, and if this video helped you out with saving a lot of time of scanning in Amiibo, then be sure to smash that like button. I'll see you guys on the next tips and tricks tutorial video for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Thanks for watching.